Hey everybody, I'm Alan with Bricks and Blocks Gaming, and in this video I'll be discussing the quick step power for the game of Stargrave, explaining what it does, suggesting some strategies for using it, and giving my opinion and rating for it. So let's get to the bricks and blocks of the quick step power. In the main Stargrave book, Quickstep is one of the core powers for both the cyborg and the rogue backgrounds. It has an activation number of 10, causes 1 point of strain damage when successfully used, and being a self-only power, can only affect the figure activating it. This power allows the activator to move up to 4 inches in any direction, as long as the figure does not end this movement within 1 inch of an enemy figure, and it's stated it cannot move the activator off the table. It specified the movement isn't hampered by terrain, so no penalties for rough ground or climbing, that it can be used to move out of combat, and that enemy figures cannot force combat with the activator during this movement. However, to my knowledge, no movements caused by powers have their distances reduced by terrain, and I consider up a direction, so climbing shouldn't be hampered based on this wording alone. And if I'm wrong about that, then I guess the transport power wouldn't be able to move a figure vertically because it contains the same wording about any direction. And the author stated on the Stargrave Facebook group that any movements created by powers are not movement actions. So moving out of combat and preventing forced combats are not unique to this power. Something that is unique to this power is it's the only one in the book with the penalty of not allowing a power move when it's successfully used. The figure can use a power move though if the power is failed. With this penalty, it means that if the figure wouldn't be suffering any reduction to their movement, Quickstep would net just 1 more inch than simply using a different power and then power moving 3 inches. So the best time to use this is if it's crucial to move over or up some obstructing terrain. So the more rough ground and vertical terrain a board contains, the more value this power has. I think the best use for it though is when it's a core power for a commander that will usually be carrying physical loot. A rogue with high will and carrying picks would be a good candidate, as they could gain mobility from it every game, regardless of the terrain. However, only to the effect of a 4-inch move instead of a reduced 1.5-inch power move. But if the figure is not carrying loot, and not expected to, there is no reason to select this power over the transport power unless the commander is a cyborg or a rogue that would activate Quickstep easier than transport. If a table is completely covered in rough terrain and vertical slopes, a figure with a move of 6 using Quickstep could use their first action to do a reduced 3-inch move, followed by a 4-inch Quickstep, for a total of 7 inches. The same figure using transport could start with their reduced 3-inch move action, followed by a 6-inch transport, and still get a reduced 1.5-inch power move, for a total of 10.5 inches. The two powers have the same activation number, same strain, and transport can be used to move other figures. It just can't move loot with the figure, which is the one benefit of Quickstep. And I'll point out that if a commander is reduced to just 1 action from being stunned, wounded, or poisoned, even if they're moving over rough terrain or climbing, they're probably better off using their action to just move half their normal distance, rather than risking failing the Quickstep and then doing just a 1.5-inch half-speed power move. So, looking at all of this, I give Quickstep just 1 out of 5 stars for being a power that unfortunately should be skipped by almost every captain and first mate. And if you are considering selecting it, please check out my videos on transport and lift, as you'll likely get more value out of one of those powers. But let me know in the comments your thoughts about Quickstep. I'm Alan with Bricks and Blocks Gaming. Thanks for watching and play well.